Pumped up.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We have the biggest news ever in history right now that we're about. This is a live video going into the job board. We are live. Welcome, Heidi. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Stephen Farrell.
All right, so we have a lot of jobs. I actually listed, I don't know, maybe 20 of them above.
Only 20, Stephen? I think you could do better than that. We have about 479 openings. Actually, I think it just got upgraded to 483.
You know, we talked about the tsunami of jobs that's coming, and it's here. And you know, we focused on recruiters and employers, right? This is the last Facebook Live, but I think today we need to focus on the job seekers because they're feeling a lot of this pressure out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What are some of the pressures that a lot of employees are under right now, Heidi? The ones that are working that are just maybe having a hard time.
Well, especially with everything going on right now, a lot of people are looking for that time to stay home with family members. I know, especially with myself, we haven't been getting a lot of time with family with all of the increase in production demands right now and bouncing back from COVID. We're just missing out on a lot of that time that we got with our families while in isolation. It's been frustrating that we are a year or so into this pandemic and we're still having to wear face masks. I mean, the vaccine came out and people had a lot of hope for that, but it doesn't look like anything's changing anytime soon. It's been very frustrating and overwhelming with this pandemic, and a lot of people are just frankly exhausted.
Yeah, they're exhausted in their home life, exhausted in their work life. Everybody's asking for overtime. Like you just mentioned, you're working a lot. That's my fault. I'm putting a big workload on you, and the companies we recruit for, they need a lot of people. They need to keep up with production demands, and so they work people overtime, and a lot of people thought at this point we would be through it all and we would be back to normal life and a normal work schedule, and we could go back to focusing on our families and softball and baseball, and it just hasn't been the case. We're hoping for a better future in the near term. I mean, vaccines are going to be readily available for most demographics come April, which is exciting. But yeah, it's pretty uncertain out there, and a lot of people are just struggling with all the work that's been placed on their shoulders, and they're looking for maybe a better opportunity where they can reset their work-life harmony. I don't like to say work-life balance because when you're just trying to balance things out, it's always a balancing act. But if you can have a work-life harmony, like that's individualized, that's for you, whatever works best for you and your home life. I like to call it harmony. So how do you find work-life harmony? And I think, Heidi, with this tsunami of jobs that are out there right now, we've seen like 3 of these in the last year where we've had 500, even 1,000 openings from the area. And those that were, took notice, they were able to pick the days they want to work, the hours, even the pay. There were so many options out there. You could literally design your own shift. And that was a very small window, and few people were able to jump into that and just have the perfect work-life harmony that fits them. And I think we're in a similar scenario, not quite as pick your perfect job, but you have so many options. You can pick something that's like an 80% fit to your schedule, your kid's schedule,
right.
your family, your spouse, what have you.
And that's where having a staffing agency really does come in handy, is that you know what you need, what's best for you in your situation. And to be able to go up to somebody who's got a variety of different jobs available and just tell them what you're needing, what you're looking for. And we're able to make those fits with different kinds of companies, or, say that we can get pretty close to that, maybe not 100%, but we can get pretty dang close. Being able to work with the staffing agencies where that definitely comes in handy, so that we can help you get some better work-life harmony.
Harmony, that's right. All right. So talking about the jobs, people want a better opportunity, right? Sometimes it's a pay increase. A lot of people want to make more money. Sometimes
I want to make more money. That's me. I'm some people.
Some people want a better schedule, right?
I'm not some. I actually like my schedule. So
some people want both. I want more money and a better schedule, right? That's my boss. Are you listening?
Get out there, Barry.
Yeah. And sometimes it's just they like their work, but they do not like their boss. And
I've heard that one a lot. Like their supervisor or team lead, something like that.
Right. And so I think when you look at the opportunities that are in front of you, we have jobs in every vertical. All right. In the light industrial space, we have shipping, receiving, sorting, picking, pulling, assembly, production. We've got the manual stuff, lifting 50-pound buckets. We've got just every job represented. We even have a contact center, a financial institution where you're, supporting on the back end, loan processing and things like that. And we with all of these companies, we also represent a big scale, right? This sliding scale of wages from $12 an hour all the way up to 20 plus an hour. And the experience levels are can be entry level all the way up to that $18 an hour to skilled, making 20 or more. And that's just in our little area, right? There's a lot more outside of that with the skill staff division on the tradesmen and the professional side. We have openings, direct placement openings. But if you're a job seeker, if you're underemployed, there was a recent survey that was released from SHRM showing that out of, across the country, like 56% of people are planning to make their next career move this year, which means these 400 plus openings will go fast because people are going to move from one company to another. And so, we've always prided ourselves for staffing the best companies in Northern Utah. And so we hope wherever these people are jumping from, that they're coming to these companies here. But I wanted to spend a minute, Heidi, talking about some of these openings. I can't highlight all of them, but I want to talk about the company. I want to talk about the career opportunity, the pay. And again, you can just skip ahead and just click on the link above and just find out for yourself. But the easiest thing is to call one of our recruiters and have them discuss some opportunities with you and just do a proper intake of where you've been and what you're looking for, and we can find a good match.
If you don't want to listen to the rest of this, I can respect that. Just give me a call. I'll walk you through all of them.
All right. So across the board, we're hiring at just about every company in Northern Utah. And it was not like this 3 weeks ago. It was almost 0 openings. So definitely take a close look at these. We've got MicroGem, new company in town, medical device or medical manufacturing, $18 an hour. We're hiring for the swing shift. They'll also pay based on experience. So you can make a little bit more. But we have day shift. We're building up the swing shift right now. Have probably close to 60 openings that are going to be, the training classes are going to be filled up over the next 2 weeks pretty quickly. So definitely check them out. We have Fresenius Medical Care, another medical manufacturing company, staple of the community. You can make $15.25 as your base, but the shift differential can get you up to $16.75 in many cases. And the great thing about Fresenius is you have the 3.5 days on, 3.5 days off type of schedule. So you work 3 12s and then a 6, so you're always going to get a little bit of overtime. And then you have 3.5 days off. Very sought after schedule for those that don't mind the 12-hour days. I know, Heidi, you don't mind 12-hour days. That's a normal day for you, right?
Pretty normal.
I see your overtime. I have to approve it.
I know. I'm sorry, Stephen.
Yeah, I do 6 14-hour days, and then like a half day on the 7th day. Is that a sought after schedule?
You know, it's not, but there are some people that are really used to those kinds of schedules, especially that come from the oil fields, especially with that dying down. We do see a lot of people coming in and they're like 40 hours a week. I remember my first part-time job. I see that quite often.
That's so funny.
So if you are comfortable with those 12-hour shifts, as you're used to working the 14, 16, 18-hour shifts that you have to do with the oil fields. I mean, I've heard of a 20-hour shift out there. If that's you, these 12-hour shifts could be a break and you still get 3 days off a week. So.
I remember my first 40 hours a week. Yeah, I can relate to that. All right, then we have Autoliv hiring for mostly swing shifts, some graves. I don't know if we have maybe a couple day shifts. $16 an hour for days. Then you get the shift differential, so you can make $17.28 per hour. And that's in, we're hiring in Ogden. We have facilities in Brigham City, Tremont, and Promontory. Lots of openings, lots of opportunity. The facilities in Tremont and Promontory pay a little bit more, about $1 more an hour. So definitely check that out. A lot of people carpool up to Promontory, for example, or Tremont.
And what's really cool about Autoliv is if you get on for one of those swing shifts or the night shifts, they do staff off of seniority. So as you get going a lot longer in the company, you can switch over to one of those day shifts.
Woo! Yeah. I work a day and a swing shift. All right. So then from there, we have Nutraceutical in the BDO that we're hiring. And you can make anywhere from $12 to $15 an hour, depending on the department and the position. We have positions at ReaderLink, really fun book warehouse, easy work, and just picker puller, stickering books. We've got positions at NV Composites, so where you're making those really high-end, nice bicycle frames and rims. Starts out at $14 an hour as a base. Then we've got openings at, let's see, where am I missing here? Let me scan down the list. So we've got some openings at Lifetime, starting at 15 an hour plus shift differential. We've got openings at Kroger, Bakery, and Dairy. So those are at 14 plus an hour. Then we've got openings at, and I'm just covering Ogden, so we'll get to you in a second.
I'm being patient, don't you worry.
ES Quality.
Better. It's okay.
ES Quality, $12 to $13.50 per hour. CSM Bakery, Biotron, CM Still, Alphia. All right. So, and then over in Logan, somewhere up north, Heidi, you've got some openings there, right?
I do. I've got several different kinds of openings. I've got full-time and part-time. One of my part-time shifts we're staffing for right now is a night shift, Sunday through Thursday. You work 3 to 6 hours a night, and it pays you $16 an hour. I've got at a medical manufacturing company. It does require some experience with it, but it's a Monday through Friday, very desirable shift. And that one's at $15 an hour. You work 8-hour days. I've got a construction company that's hiring right now for some short-term work. So if you're looking for something just to hold you over until the summer fun starts happening, I've got that one. It's Monday through Friday, starting 7:30 a.m., $14 an hour. I've got positions at R. Donnelly right now, days and nights available, again, on that 3.5 days a week that you're working that desirable shift there that Stephen was talking about. Yeah. And that one, it varies depending on which shift you're wanting. I do have a couple of 8-hour shifts left over there in the night. And then I have a position up north at Presto, and they are currently working 3 to 4 days a week, rotating between days and nights every 2 weeks, and starting at $17.28 an hour. And you do get paid Or sorry,
awesome.
17 an hour, not 17.28. That's after your first skills block. But it's just 17 an hour. And then on Sundays, you get paid double time, which is 34 an hour.
Dang. Sign me up. I'll rotate on Sundays, every Sunday, just rotate.
And you can sign up for overtime. So if you do want to work every Sunday, like, you know, Mr. Farrell over here, then you can, and you can make 34 an hour every Sunday that you work.
You said my last name correctly this time.
Mr. Farrell?
No, you said Farrell.
Oh, sorry, Farrell. My bad.
Not Farrell. I think it's a good reminder too to share with everyone that, you know, at Elwood Staffing, you can get health, dental, and vision benefits on day one if you're enrolling them. So that's a really cool, option for you if you're concerned about, you know, a gap in your health coverage from one company to the next. You can also qualify for paid holidays after working 1,000 hours. So that's really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks.
You
Thanks.
offer benefits. It's pretty, I mean, they're not bad benefits. They're pretty nice, actually.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's that's just, again, I just want to summarize, Heidi. We're in this third wave, the tsunami of job openings. It doesn't last for very long. Sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's a few weeks, but this is the time where if you're looking to make that career move, looking for something a little bit better that fits your work-life schedule or your income needs or family needs, you have options. And luckily, we staff for the best companies in Northern Utah, and we have those options for you. So give us a call. We'll get you in and see if we can find you a home. And everyone apply.
Yeah, make sure that you don't quit, or make sure that you quit settling, or that you don't just settle for the job that you're in right now. If there's something that you're not satisfied with, let us know. Let's see if we can, you know, at least get you into a position that you're going to be happy with. If it's a company that we currently work for, let us just see what we can do for you, see what we can do to make your situation a little bit better, a little bit easier on both you and your family. Give us a call today. Don't hesitate, because it's time to get a better norm. Let's quit going back into the new norm, or let's go back into the old norm. Let's shoot for a better norm.
Better norm.
And Elwood Staffing is that better norm.
Woo. All right, Heidi. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys. Don't forget to call.